Hey Sagittarians, this is your reading for May 2017. On the bottom of the primary deck we have the Fool. So I see that there's going to be some kind of an unexpected surprise, and that's just the timing wasn't something you might be expecting. I also see lack of a commitment and taking a scary step to have a new beginning. Okay, that's your overall. I didn't do a bottom of clarification yet because I haven't actually clarified. Okay, in your situation, you have Seven of Wands reverse. This is giving up the fight. Also, just putting down your defenses. I see overwhelmed, possibly, and that's why you're giving up the fight. Like, it's just too much. I'm not doing it anymore. It could be having to do with a job as a teacher, possibly. And you may be feeling overly defensive and you're just like, fuck it, that's it, I'm giving up. There's no commitment here. But I see we have two, like, lack of commitment cards or giving up. And it's like giving up to have a new start, okay? Crossing you is the Empress. Empress is a commitment card. So I don't know if she's up or down. I could see you're giving up on a commitment, or you're giving up and it's showing a lack of commitment. You're giving up on somebody who's not committed, or a job that's not committed to you. And also, these people, they keep coming at you, but it's like you're keeping your poise, you're keeping your grace. You're not going to let it get to you, or you're not going to let them see that it gets to you. And it like gets on their nerves that you're still, you're not, your feathers aren't ruffled, okay? But with this reverse, you are scared, okay? You're scared of failure. And I do see that there is a lot of loss in this reading, okay? It could be monetarily, because I see a job loss as well as a relationship loss. Possibly both, but I really don't think. I think you're either one or the other. And it could be that there's somebody who, because it's not up or down, there's somebody who can't commit. They're not committing, but they're not committing. Hopefully that was something you understood. Basically being ambivalent. And then Seven of Wands reversed could also be ambivalence. So we may have ambivalence on top of ambivalence. Maybe you're tired of your job because they're not committed to you, and your job is tired of you because you're not committed to it. It may just be, which came first, chicken or the egg. It could also not just be about a job. It could be about love, but there's a ton of pentacles in here, so I'm thinking it's job related. And I think with Seven of Wands, it's in reverse. So I think you know exactly where you stand, and that's why you're giving up. You may possibly be your own worst enemy, but you're like, this is a losing battle. I'm giving up. Empress could be promise. So perhaps there's a lack of a promise here, a lack of like a promise in a job. There's nothing in the future, nothing to grow. Okay. You're not reaping from your past efforts. I also see just giving in to fantasy, giving in to being out of touch with reality. Here you were working really, really hard, being defensive too, maybe possibly about a belief or a decision, but I see working hard. And then here, not working hard. And then with her, she's the end of hard work, the end of sacrifice. You're very overwhelmed. You're like, I'm not going to burn the candle at both ends anymore. I give up. I'm done, okay? But this is an expansion card, and the Fool is expansion too, so there's going to be new beginnings, okay? I think that's why it's crossing you. It's a lack of commitment. That's what you want, and so you're going to have a new beginning. She's also recognition and awards, and this is not being recognized, and that's what you want. And I also see fantasizing about giving up, and then you do, okay? And you're going to get a new project that comes in, or a new relationship. And I also see healing from doubt and fear, despair, even hate possibly. And any past effort you had, it's going to provide some grace or some inspiration for you. I also see that you should receive something, maybe receive some kind of criticism, but don't take it personally. And I do see this as education, teachers, students, oracles or prophets even. And it seems like you were overwhelmed by fantastical things, and so you're having to bring in some reason to the situation and give up. There also may be some people who don't agree with some kind of clandestine relationship you have, and you've given up trying to fight them off. You just don't care anymore. And I do bring up clandestine because I do see that for here. And this is like a woman, but then we also have High Priestess crowning you, so I could see a secret or another woman. And we also have Three of Pentacles, so I can see a third party. Let's go to your situation. You have the Magician. This is somebody has high self-esteem. They have really good skills, especially in the work environment. And you are able to manifest what it is you want. You're ready to take that step. You are definitely not scared to take the step and have a new beginning. Also, with the Fool and Magician, well, we'll move on from there. But this is somebody who's able to manifest what they want. And the Fool tells me that, giving up your concern, like not even caring anymore, being ambivalent, that's how you're going to manifest what you want. You don't manifest until you just stop caring about something, when you're not concerned about it anymore. That's whenever everything turns right for you. And I see you're realizing your potential. You work on being your best self. You're the master of something. You can transfer your skills to wherever you're going. And funnily enough, the Magician is the Fool reborn, because we have the Fool as 0. He's not really like the first one. He's kind of the first and the last. He's the Alpha, the Omega, beginning and end, like with the High Priestess. Ooh, okay. So something's beginning and something's ending. Just thought, in case you didn't catch that, that's happening. And this is the Fool reborn. So if you were a fool previously, you're being reborn, and you're working your way up. You're going to be using your talents. You're going to be very persuasive. And I just see a transformation going on. You're going in the right direction. Yeah, definitely going in the right direction here. And some of you, you may have the gift of prophecy. I see 2 things about prophecy here. So you may be some kind of a mystical teacher or a spiritual teacher, because we do have the High Priestess as well. But there may be some kind of a belief you've had, or some kind of clandestine relationship you're not supposed to have, that doesn't bode very well in your spiritual environment, because we have 5 Pentacles in your environment, and it's leaving the church or leaving resources. And I did have this for another reader, or another sign. I think it was a water sign. May have been Pisces. Yeah, Pisces had this, where they had a belief that didn't mesh well with their religious environment, and they leave. But this is a very dominant person, and the Empress is a submissive person. So I could see dominant and submissive kind of relationship, as far as a job or even in love. And I just see being very focused on God, giving everything to God, not wallowing in anything, and being happy, especially in love life. You may come up with an original idea, and that could be what the Fool's about, okay? But this all led to your situation where you're giving up something. You may even be giving up a clandestine relationship, or you're just giving up your previous beliefs in order to have this clandestine relationship. All right, in the past, what popped out first was King of Pentacles reversed, okay? That popped out whenever I was trying to get this position. I just put it to the side, and then when I pulled, I got Knight of Pentacles. So you started as Knight of Pentacles, and you end up as King of Pentacles, but King of Pentacles reversed says go back to Knight of Pentacles. So either way, we're talking about the Knight of Pentacles here. This is somebody who has a focus. They're on their journey. And we have an action card. He's slow, but he's taking action. And this is being focused. So we have focus, 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 giving up. And so we have that. It could be that you were at once a Knight of Pentacles, you became King of Pentacles, and you lost some focus, and you became Knight of Pentacles again. Just thinking about Knight of Pentacles, this is somebody who's very determined in your past, but then you end up giving up. And it's probably for a new beginning. You don't want to conform to whatever somebody else wants you to conform to. Something a little more spiritual, perhaps, or a little forbidden. You just become ambivalent to the idea of fighting people off anymore. You don't care. But here you're being very careful, very determined in the past. You're burying your feelings, you're burying your beliefs, your ideas, whatever you're focused on. You're not really able to express it. This is also a secret love. Okay, so it could be a clandestine love because they're next to each other. And perhaps in your life, in your position, apparently, even spiritually, you've grown up in a position. You got all the way up to King of Pentacles. This is a very responsible person, very business-like oriented. And then in reverse, it says you're kind of being demoted down to Knight again. And it looks like it's because of something that has changed, some kind of non-conformity. But the good thing is he's upright, so he's going to reach his destination. Whatever he originally planned, he just may have to get there a different route. But you do have goals, so it's not like you're just going off on the edge and not conforming. You actually have a destination in mind, and you're going to get there. And I see becoming a mature man, okay? This could be an immature man, and this is mature. So in some ways, people think you might be immature, but you really are growing. People just may see you as immature. But you have unwavering devotion to your beliefs, as well as your something that's clandestine, whether it's love or possibly a third party. I don't necessarily know if that's true. I can see some temptation with another party. And the thing is, you have lots of integrity. You have a moral backbone. And I think you, or in the past, you or a stranger was interested. But there was no action taken. Very, very slow, okay? Did you guys get this reading before? Must be still some energy overflowing. I did this reading for somebody before. Some sign. I'll have to go back and look. But non-conformity, new beginning. Now what's crowning your reading is the High Priestess. So we have a lot of major arcana. High Priestess, Empress, Magician, the Fool, and I haven't even clarified yet. So with the High Priestess, again, there's something, some kind of knowledge that's not quite within everybody's grasp. This is whenever the Magician produces without effort, and then you have Magician that led to the situation. So it's like, I'm giving up, I'm doing something without effort, and here it is. This is you just sitting back and letting everything happen. You don't really have to step in unless it's necessary. This is being passive, but being honest. Again, not compromising. And whatever needs to be revealed will be revealed in time. But you're having to decide what's appropriate. Like, what action should you take? And with the Fool, you're having trouble gathering the information you need in order to move on. You're going to move on because in your environment, you're feeling left out in the cold, you're moving on, okay? And the Fool's moving on, but you're having trouble getting everything you need. Somebody might be leading you in circles, you might be getting the runaround. So some of you, you're giving up on finding out who the other woman might be. In that kind of situation, it's just a third party, who the third party might be. This could be a female boss, especially with that King of Pentacles could be a female boss that you're leaving. But also just kind of do some reflection. See if there's any patterns that come around that you've noticed. What kind of cycles are going on. You're kind of honing your psychic abilities. You're listening to your intuition. You have to trust that to know what to do. And again, this is a mistress, okay? So you may need to seek counseling or provide counseling. And just there's some kind of a revelation. It may be in development though, so there's some information that's missing. It's like deeply hidden. In your near future, we have Queen of Pentacles. So anytime you have a Queen and the High Priestess, this talks about another party. But we also have the Empress as well. Queen of Pentacles reversed tells me not having assessed somebody shrewdly, losing something valuable, and just because the King of Pentacles came out and Queen, this is a couple, and they're both in reverse. So it's as if they're not communicating, they're not being themselves. And here, well, the way she's holding the coin, she's actually going to lose it. But here, the way he's holding it, no matter which way he holds it, he can't lose it. So this is somebody secure no matter what they do. And this is somebody who didn't assess shrewdly enough. They're not holding on in the right way, and they lose what's valuable. King of Pentacles reversed is somebody who's corrupt, okay, somebody who's lying, somebody who's hiding a secret. They're also very stubborn, and just they have some kind of a weakness, and it may be like a sensual type of weakness, something a little bit perverse. And then Queen of Pentacles, being very suspicious because there's possibly a third party going on. This Queen of Pentacles could be the person that this could be the other woman, and this could be the person who's cheating, and the High Priestess and the Empress could just be you. You're the Empress. You're not getting the commitment you need, even though you want it. And so there's a secret, and the secret is these two are very tricky, sneaky people. You know, they're going to get whatever it is they need, or deserve, I should say. Very greedy. And then talking about just job, like this says in the immediate future, you would be successful, but you'd have to work hard. And you're really not wanting to work hard at all, actually. You're not wanting to put in a whole lot of effort. Queen of Pentacles is a workaholic. Especially, in reverse she is. Not upright she's not, but in reverse she is. And I could see there's like a female boss who's a workaholic, or a female boss who makes you a workaholic, and you're trying to just give it up. And it looks like even though you're trying to give it up, you're not able to quite yet. Like that missing information that you can't move on from is causing you to have to keep working and be a workaholic. Also, this is being held in suspense. Okay, so there is something you're not aware of just yet. You're mistrusting people, obviously, because there's something else going on, and you're afraid. You're not free. So as another person, like a mistress, just a tricky kind of person, and as it stands for you, as in your future, you're just having to work a whole lot. You're not able to relax. It sucks. Now we actually have a card that represents you and is also advice. It's the King of Wands. So we have a fire sign in here. Yay! King of Wands is somebody who's ready to take a step. They're ready to be transformed. We have a few scary steps cards in here. And with the King of Wands, that's what I see. I see the need for stability, the need for commitment, and being very creative and having lots of passion. But it's basically being ready to get up and go, almost a little too impulsive about getting started. So advice would be to just kind of hold back a little bit, hold on to your dream for a minute until everything's revealed, because not everything is revealed. Let's clarify. Why is Sagittarius represented by the King of Wands? Okay. So Major Arcana came out, and it came out in reverse. I don't usually read these in reverse in this deck, but it came out that way, so I know I need to. It's the Fool reversed. So I'm seeing that, oh, sorry. Something popped up on my window to make sure the video didn't stop. So, okay. Your advice is you need to take a scary step, but you're refusing to do it. And it is because there's some information you don't have yet. But you do need to take the scary step. And with all these pentacles in here, it's some kind of a risky adventure having to do with money too. It may be that you need to take a step out of escapism. I can see fantasizing about giving up and then just going into fantasy. And this is telling you to get out of it. Get back in touch with reality. Don't just blind yourself to what's going on. And again, with both of these, I see impatience. So you're being very impatient. You do have to take a step. You do. But I like that you're sitting back and analyzing and being passive before you take some action. You really want to, but if you go too quickly, you're going to regret it. And then with the Fool, if you hesitate, you're going to regret it. Okay, so be very careful with when you take your action step, because it looks like there may be somebody who's watching, and it doesn't affect just you. It's more than one person. And I think this is you, like, ready to leave, but you're just not really sure how to do it yet. You're afraid it might be foolish. But the new beginning isn't here quite yet. It will be. There's just this unknown factor. And so you have trouble moving forward. And with the Wands, we have a few wands here. You're following your own muse. You're following your own beliefs. You don't give a shit about what other people think. You're just going to do what you want to do. Some of you may be pregnant. Okay, that's the secret. That's the third party, possibly. And you're having to work really, really hard to prepare for it. But if you take kind of any impulsive action, there is a possible loss of pregnancy, so be careful. Somebody else got this. This is crazy. It was a couple days ago, so it's like I've shuffled the card a million times since then. With the Magician, you're trying to break free, or maybe you recently did break free, but you're trying to create a new reality. You're going to be very successful. But if this is a person, be aware, okay? I think this is going to be you. I think you've learned all your lessons. And you're getting your freedom. And you're not going to conform. And if this is about love, there's some kind of unordinary love going on. Okay, so with your environment, people around you, we have Five of Pentacles. This is leaving. This could be leaving the church, leaving the spirituality, leaving comfort, leaving your resources, walking away. This is also freedom. So we have lots of freedom, taking steps, leaving. I also see that with the Fool, like any prayers you make, they're not in vain, okay? They're heard. But you're leaving the traditional. And there may be a little suffering, especially monetarily, but that's the price you pay for getting whatever it is you want, your freedom, whatever. Just so you know, your environment, your current environment, the people around you, this the date's usually April 21st to May 2nd. So this is like happening now. But whatever's going on has been very cyclical. Again, the people in your environment may be having friends with benefits. So you may have a friends with benefits, or your spouse or lover, whoever it is, may be having a friends with benefits. And your happiness is just blocked right now. Again, we have no commitment, so there's a lack of commitment going on. And right now, it's like you're losing a job or you're losing a love, okay? or you're just like leaving some kind of organization. Now in your hopes and fears, 10 of Cups reversed. Getting out of a relationship, getting out of a happy organization, not seeing eye to eye with somebody, no marriage, no commitment. A lot of this going on. A broken relationship, a broken community. If you're dating, you're not having any luck. Males can't see having a happy future with somebody, with whatever, women in general possibly, and so they're just kind of date around. They have friends with benefits, they have people on the side, and they're just non-conforming, possibly polyamorous, and they don't want this traditional type of relationship, and that's what you want. You're looking for the commitment, you're not getting it. For those of you who don't want the commitment, and this is you in the reading, then just switch the energies around. It works that way too. But you just have opposing values with somebody. So I could see the polyamory coming in for people who want commitment with one man, one woman, or one person, whatever, however you want it to work it out. Somebody's just not being true to themselves. They may be trying to settle for a broken relationship. But one of your fears could be that this clandestine relationship isn't going to work out. And of course, your hope would be the opposite, that it will work out, you'll end up committed and married, and you'll be happy, whether it's in a job or relationship. But in your outcome, you have 3 of Pentacles reversed. This is the leaving of a union, leaving of an organization. To me, this is losing a job, okay? So we have a lot of things about losing job. 2 cards next to each other, losing jobs. And this is happening pretty soon. I also see the 3 of Pentacles as a third party. It could be pregnancy, also loss of a child. So there could be 2 loss of a child cards here. But just there's a third party involved and somebody's leaving. They're not going to put up with something anymore. Because with 7 of Wands reversed, you're too defensive and you're like, almost like you're too blessed to be stressed almost. But there's some information you don't know about. So be very careful about what decisions you make. Don't be impulsive. And trust your intuition, trust your dreams. They're going to help you out. Also with this 3 in reverse, I see going back to the 2 of Pentacles. 2 of Pentacles is juggling things, like 2 people, on and off again, cyclical relationship. And here we have a cyclical relationship, but it's like the walking away from it. I also see, some financial troubles with 2 of Pentacles. And there's a need to nurture all of your relationships, but also take time out. Don't be a workaholic, okay? You may be taking time out to be with your family. You're choosing between yourself and love or yourself and your job. You may be deciding whether or not to get married, but it looks like it may be delayed for a little while. Something happens that delays it. That might be that information that's missing. And so you can't really move on just yet. But just not being a team player, somebody could be childish, or this just represents a child, okay, because it is in reverse. Somebody may be petty. Again, there's a weakness going on, so we have a couple weakness cards. But if you're trying to move in with a partner, it's not happening. You're also very discouraged. And here, your advice would be make sure the job is done right, because you could lose your job because you didn't do your job right. Also, advice for the outcome is being submissive to a new partner. Okay, so we did talk about, where was it? Dominant and submissive. So you might just become submissive to a new partner. You leave an old one, but get to a new one. And it's just possibly just a BDSM relationship. Could also be you get a new job where you're still below a boss, but everything works out pretty well. Because in a real good BDSM relationship, 50 Shades of Grey type of thing, a dominant takes care of the submissive and the submissive takes care of the dominant. There's no kind of abuse type of thing going on. But somebody's not being very noble. Okay, with the Fool and Three of Pentacles, we have it twice. You're not seeing eye to eye. And that's kind of funny that we have two not seeing eye to eye cards. So your values with a person or a job, they just aren't there. You're not on their level. So let's clarify. Why is the Three of Pentacles reversed here for Sagittarians for May 2017? Five of Swords. Eek. Conflict and defeat. So somebody's going to be very sneaky. It's like a sneak attack. And you're going to be defeated, but you're going to have to accept it, okay? That could be the letting go of a job. Somebody does it sneakily. But remember, fives energy. We have two fives. Those are temporary. So all the bad things are temporary, especially when they're upright. When they're in reverse, not so much, but they're upright. And this is, just giving up, okay, because you don't want to fight with somebody because they just don't fight fair. And it could be like a King of Pentacles person. So with Pentacles, I think of Earth energy. So there may be an Earth energy. Sorry, I'm not looking at that. Yeah, there's just some kind of a loss. Other people may have lost faith in you, or somebody's been really sneaky and they've been spreading rumors about you, so people lose faith in you. There was another card in here where people lose faith in you. I don't remember which one it was. But there's two cards in here about somebody making others lose faith in you. And it could be because of something clandestine, something you were hiding. And so, sometimes Three of Pentacles means the Trinity. So in a religious setting, again, we have two cards about leaving the church. And so it's a defeat and a loss for you. You leaving a happy organization or what you thought was happy, but it's not, because of relationships. It could even be because you're getting divorced, depending on how orthodox you are or were. But yeah, there's a sneak attack, and somebody's just, when they defeat you, they're very haughty about it, and it's just terrible. Hopefully it's not some of you out there, because there's bad people in all signs. So perhaps there are some Sagittarians out there who are doing all the tricky stuff and are doing the sneak attacks. But that's only a possibility. And you know if that's you or not, so I don't even have to tell you. But yeah, you have to accept the defeat. Become open to change. With the Knight of Pentacles and Five of Swords here. So, past to the future. You have no future with this particular business or with this particular organization or relationship. There's no future, okay? That's part of your fears, but hey. Okay. Let's clarify some steps for Sagittarians from now until the end of May. What are some steps Sagittarians can take from now until the end of May? Six of Pentacles. Okay, yeah, somebody's giving more attention to something. I could see bribery. Again, this to me is a cheating card. But just material and spiritual prosperity. So perhaps this is something you should be focusing on, because it looks like spiritually and materially there's going to be some changes going on. This is also a person who's kind of manipulative and biased. But as a step, I wasn't really thinking about a step. Let's clarify. Usually Six of Pentacles, there's two on either side. So let me pick two cards to clarify why that's an action step. Okay, we have Temperance, which is your card. Yay! So being balanced and healing. And here we have balances, and here this is about balance. So at least we got your card. And it's 14, which is 5 when you add it together. So temporary balance. Maybe you need to temporarily pull yourself together. And then we have a 4, balance, stability. It's the 4 of Swords. So rest, rejuvenation. I think you're going to get that, what you need. This is also becoming a monk. okay? And I could see Temperance being that way too, integrating ideas and beliefs, letting go, giving forgiveness, or giving it, getting it, whatever. This is a very spiritual card, a spiritual reading. But I could see ending a relationship, ending with some kind of organization. And you're just going to have to, like, take some time out, like a sabbatical, perhaps. And those are two things that you're weighing. Now, normally, in the Six of Pentacles, let's see, which side is he giving more attention to? Hold it up. It looks like he's giving more attention to this side over here, so it'd be balance. But I mean, the way you get balanced, obviously, is Four of Swords. So pay more attention to yourself. Okay, self-care. Take care of yourself. That also comes with the High Priestess. Take care of yourself before you take care of other people. All right. Overall, on the bottom of the clarification deck, Nine of Cups. You're going to get your wish. You're going to get whatever it is you want. I've given this reading before. I know I have. So some of you may have signs in your chart that are getting a similar reading. But Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment. You're going to get exactly what you need. You're going to be happy emotionally and spiritually, because cups are about spirit as well. So this is very good news. It's going to suck for a while, but you're going to end up okay. All right, Sagittarians, I hope you enjoyed your reading for May 2017. And let me know how it turns out for you, because this is very different from what I normally see for a lot of people. I know I keep saying I've given this reading, but it's just because it's been recently. And I want to know what's going on in your lives. All right, have a good May.